Morning, 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 guys. Morning, 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 morning. How's everybody doing? Cheers to a Monday morning. I hope that your week goes so good. I hope that you have this amazing week. I love Mondays because they feel like a new start. I know a lot of people hate Mondays because they're like, ugh, I gotta go back to work, or ugh, the kids gotta go back to school. Monday to me has always felt like a fresh start. Now, Sundays, like late on Sundays, sometimes I start to get the itis a little bit. But by the time Monday morning has come, Monday morning is normally a gym morning for me. And I love the feeling of a fresh start to my week. And I think it's all mental, right? If you tell yourself, crap, I've got to go to work. I don't want to go to work. Mondays suck. Mondays are going to suck. But if you say, ooh, fresh start, new beginning, this week has unlimited possibilities, then Mondays are going to be awesome. And Mondays are going to be freaking amazing. So that's why I think it's so much mental. And I always tell myself that Mondays are great days. And I'm going to have a great day because it's a new week. And I love beginnings, right? Who doesn't love beginnings? Let's talk about Amazon Prime Day, though, because that's what we're here to talk about today. And the deal that I got on Amazon Prime Day. I kind of wanted to come to you guys earlier with this when the deal was still going on, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be over by the time this book or this review comes up. But I went ahead. So I have slowly been purchasing physical copies of all of my favorite Kindle books. So I have probably 300 to 400 books on Kindle that I own. And I've just really been into physical copies, especially since I've finally gotten my office space done up the way that I want it to with the library, and the ability to share physical books is a lot easier. So I've really been working on building my physical library this year. I love reading Kindle because I can read it on my phone. I can read it laying in bed with the light low and my husband can sleep. But building this physical library is just something that's been important to me. And I have had the Game of Thrones, or A Song of Ice and Fire is the actual name of the books by George R.R. Martin, but they are the books that the show Game of Thrones as well as House of Dragons are loosely based off of, right? And I've had these on my to-be-bought list for a very long time. I own them all on Kindle, and that's how I read them the first time. But I don't know, I just really wanted a nice copy of these books. But the problem with that is that they are typically hundreds of dollars. Nice copies of books do not come cheap. I have one book that is on my shelf back there that was over $100, just the book itself. One solid book. So that's why I don't have like a whole lot of really beautiful copies. I pick select ones, or I get them when they're on sale or something like that. And I caught an amazing, amazing sale thanks to my buddy Caleb over at Evolved Review or Evolved Entertainment. He sent me a link and he was like, look, they have all of the Song of Ice and Fire books leather bound for like $35 for Prime Day. And normally it was actually cheaper than the Kindle version. Was like $39, which is probably what I paid for the full set. So that's if you buy them in a set. If you want to buy them individually, these books are like $20 a piece. Okay? And I think there's 5 of them. So $38 for all of them in leather bound? I am really stoked to see this when it gets here. Like, I want to see the quality of this because I am just still mind blown. I immediately purchased it. I told my husband, I was like, I have to have this. Sorry. I know we said we weren't going to do Amazon Prime Day this year, but sorry, because this is something I've been looking for a while. And normally I would slowly have to purchase one of the books at a time because they're expensive. But I was so excited to catch this deal. So that was my Amazon Prime deal, you guys. I will definitely unbox it with you guys. It is all of the A Song of Ice and Fire books for $30. I think it was like, I think I paid like 35 something after taxes, if I'm not mistaken. So I am super, super, super excited about that. And I can't wait to show you guys that. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about your media, your book media. How do you like to read books the most? Now, for many, many years, I was a Kindle reader, right? I love to read on my Kindle for a variety of reasons. One of them is the convenience. If I finish a book, I can bounce to the next book in that series immediately. I don't got to go to the store. I don't got to go find the book, go to the library. It's individually downloadable right there on my Kindle or my phone or whatever Kindle supporting app that I'm currently using, right? So that's one of the biggest reasons why I've always loved to read on a Kindle. Recently, I've gotten into physical books, and I've always been a physical book person. Like I have always liked physical books. You don't accrue hundreds. I don't even know if you can see all of my shelves. You don't accrue hundreds of them and not enjoy reading a physical book. Sometimes you just want a book in your hand. A couple of reasons why I would want that is if I am sitting in, say, an airplane or definitely by the beach where I don't want to get sand or water on my digital device, I'm going to want a physical book, preferably a paperback that I'm not too concerned about if something happens to. So beaches and pools, I'm always going to want a physical book. And sometimes I just like to get the physical to display as well, right? I've been working really hard to build my library up, and it's been really nice having the physical copies to display. But a very, very new thing that I have recently gotten into, and I mean for a long time, I did not like this form of media, is audiobooks. You guys, I don't know why, but probably in the last 3 months max, probably more like, yeah, I would say 3 months since returning from my vacation in July, and it's now obviously October, I have really been into audiobook. And I think that part of the reason is that I've been working really hard with my hands because Christmas season is coming. And I've just finished my second or third blanket for a Christmas gift. And Audible, I can listen to my book while also knitting. So a lot of times my reading kind of slows down between October and December, not necessarily because I want it to, but because I have other things I'm working on. I'm making a wreath for Christmas this year. I'm making probably 4 to 5 blankets for Christmas presents this year. So because of that, my reading has to slow down because I can't hold a book in my hand as well as knit. Well, I have come up with an incredible solution that I don't know why it took me so long to come up with, but that's been listening to the books while I knit. And it has made my knitting fly by. I cannot believe in a month I've pushed out 2 full-size knitted blankets because normally I would be like, I would rather read. I'm not going to knit right now. But I can do both. I can do both, you guys. And I know that's probably like so silly to somebody, but you don't understand how anti-audiobook I have been for so long. And I have probably read 10 audiobooks on Audible in the last month because I've been able to do it so well along with doing other things. While I'm cooking, I put an audiobook on. While I'm driving, I put an audiobook on. While I'm knitting, I'm putting an audiobook on. I'm probably going to have 20 books for the month of October on my read list, strictly because of my newfound love for audiobooks. And I know there's so many people who don't think audiobooks are reading because, let's face it, it's listening. And I was one of those people that was super anti-audiobooks. I was like, you can't count audiobooks. That's not reading. I don't care. I don't care. I am no longer what are they called? Nonconformist. I listen to audiobooks and I love it. I have gotten so much knitting done, so much baking done, while still enjoying this Anita Blake Vampire Hunter series that I've been pushing through on Audible, because it's just fun, it's light, it's, very spooky vibes for October, and I've been so enjoying listening to them. And I'm going to continue to listen to them, because who cares what anybody else thinks? Whatever makes you happy and brings you joy, do it. And lately, it's been audiobooks while knitting for me. So if you see me with that red list that you have to scroll on for October, just know that I enjoyed every one of those books, no matter the form of media that I experienced it on, right? So yeah, I am just really enjoying this October's reading list. I have been reading about vampires, I've been reading about monsters, I've been reading about orcs, I've been reading about killers, just all of the October vibes. And I hope you guys have too. I love you all so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday, where you'll probably see some I think I'm going to put up my Halloween spooky charcuterie board on Wednesday. So yeah, excited to show you guys that. I love you all so much, and thanks for liking, subscribing, and always joining and talking about books with me. Later.